Welcome to Just the Two of Us Homestead. We are Colleen and Frank, and we live in the perfect size homestead just for us in southwestern Quebec. Gardening, growing food, and preserving is one of our passions. And our barn animals, we love them so much, they're just like pets. And we're so fortunate to be able to live our lives as we do. Each and every day is a blessing. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the garden. I was just going to come out today and do a really big harvest. I haven't been out to the garden for several days. I was rocking a monster migraine for a few days, and then it rained for a few days. And then I realized it's exactly a month today since I did the last garden tour. So I'm not going to go into detail again about every single plant I'm growing or whatever. I'm just going to show you more the vegetables, what's growing, what we've taken out. Oh my gosh, the ducks just splashed me. Sorry about that. The pool's right here. Like what we've taken out, what I've started again, just stuff like that. If you want information about what I've grown, I'll link the last garden tour down below, because then I'm just repeating myself over and over. This one won't be in such detail. I'll quickly go through the garden, and I'm going to do a really big harvest because I can see there's lots of stuff to be harvested, and I'll just kind of combine the two and we'll go with the flow. And the bonus to all of this is it's only 16 degrees Celsius, which is, I think, in the low 60s Fahrenheit, which is, to me, the perfect weather. I even put on socks because if my legs get damp, then they hurt even more. So this is perfect weather. I know it doesn't look so pretty because it's cloudy, but it's very comfortable for me. So we'll go into the garden. Some of it doesn't look so pretty because when we started harvesting things like the potatoes and stuff, then it rained. We didn't have a chance to clean things up, but you're going to see what our garden looks like almost every day. So let's go. So here's an overview of what the garden looks like right now. And the side with all the beds. This is where the garlic was, and when I pulled it, I planted another round of beets, and maybe 12 of them came up. And I planted them in that another bout of that extreme heat, and I guess they didn't like it, and I just didn't have it in me again to plant another round. So unfortunately, most of this bed has just gone to waste. I'll let the ones here that are growing, and we'll just eat them as fresh eating. But I just didn't have it in me to reseed it again. So that didn't work out so well, but I'll try next year to get 2 rounds in for sure. This is where the very first crop of beets was, where we had a really good harvest. And I did a second planting of green beans, and they're doing amazing. There's lots of flowers on them. I planted Provider and Strike from my own seed saving, and they have lots of flowers on them, and they still have plenty of time in our growing season to give us beans. So that planting worked out great. But I mean, beans are just so hardy. It's a win-win. I'll show you them. But again, I still have Japanese beetles. Like, when do they go away? And very healthy Japanese beetles. Look what they do to the leaves. Yes, you. Beside the green beans, I planted some turnip, and it seems to be doing okay. It's getting a little shaded though from the green beans, so I don't know how well it'll do, but I had the extra space, so I just planted it there. And I had to cut down that big bee balm flower because it was dead and it was just leaning over. We've been enjoying a whole other round of strawberries. Most of my strawberry plants, and I didn't do it on purpose, but they're the ever-bearing strawberries. So they never make it in the house. We just generally eat from them fresh. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait till I show you this. Holy cow. I did not see this. That's a zucchini. Oh my gosh, there's more. Oh my. This was a rescue zucchini that got cut off from another plant by accident. I just stuck it in the ground and watered it, and it bounced back, but oh my goodness. That one's more manageable. I think there's another one. No, he's just little. Oh my gosh. Like, obviously that's for baking or the chickens. Whew. I'll put them in a basket soon. This is the herb garden that is just overrun with herbs and flowers right now, with the mini cukes over here that aren't so mini right now because I haven't been picking them for a few days. But I'm almost happy that the vines are dying back. And I know I'll regret that in a few months when I want a fresh cucumber. But I have a lot of herb harvesting to do today. This is what I mean. They're not so little anymore. I haven't been harvesting them, but I will today. They almost look like real big cucumbers. This is where we did our first carrot harvest, and I filmed it, but then I showed you all the carrots when I did the Every Bit Counts challenge, so I didn't know if I should still show you the video of harvesting because you saw the results. But I've planted some broccoli and cauliflower here with the hopes of a fall harvest. I don't know how it'll do because I don't know if I planted them too late, but so far the plants are surviving. I didn't pot them up. I put them right from little baby starts in, and I've been giving them fish emulsion. So we'll see. They should be good until at least the end of September. So we'll see what happens. And at the very end, I still have parsnips, and they're good to the fall too. Here I still have parsnips, so they're okay. The celery is still doing great here, and the sweet potatoes are amazing. And I know I'm not being cocky because I've heard that you really can't go by the size of the vines. It can be very misleading, but I'm still trying to be hopeful. They're growing all over the place. I thought they'd grow up the fence, but they're growing through the fence to the other side. But I don't care where they grow. If they give me potatoes, they can grow wherever they want. So I have some in a few pots as well, but look at all these sweet potato vines. If anything, they're just beautiful to look at. So fingers crossed. Let's talk about Brussels sprouts. I don't know if I did something wrong. They don't have the right growing conditions. My critter's getting to them, but I'll show you a few examples. See, he kind of looks like he's getting little Brussels sprouts in little places. And so does this one, if you can kind of see. But I believe they should be farther along by now. See, this one looks a bit better. But look at this one. It looks like a palm tree. So there's nothing on it, no leaves. I don't know if my friend got to it, but a lot of them don't have any Brussels sprouts on them. I know they're heavy feeders. I gave them lots of nitrogen. I just don't know what I did wrong this year. So that was a bust and a lot of real estate in the garden. For the watermelons, it's been really good and a little bit bad in some things. The strawberry watermelons have done excellent. There's quite a few, and I have one growing in another area too. So I can't get to them all because of the vines. But the early girl version, sorry, I'm going to walk. I don't know if my friend got to them because I can only see two early girls and they've done this. So I don't know what happened there, but all the strawberry ones, touch wood, are doing great. And lots of fun little baby boo pumpkins growing everywhere. And way over there I have baby bear pumpkins. But these baby boo ones are all over the place and I love them. They're so cute. So they did really well. The vines don't look so good now at the end of the season, but there's a cute little guy. All these green beans, the Provider and Strike and the Canter, I haven't harvested for quite a while, although I see a bunch of flowers on them. I've purposely left a bunch of beans on them because I want to save them for seed. I was going to pull some of the plants soon, and usually what I do is just hang them upside down in the barn and let the seed pods dry in the barn, but I don't know why they're putting off all these flowers now. That's bizarre. Either way, eventually I'll just hang them to dry the bean seeds. And most of the other cucumber plants I'll show you as I'm harvesting. They're all dying back now. I mean, the garden's still really, really producing. It just doesn't look very nice when the squash vines are dying, the cucumber plants are dying, but the zinnias are still pretty. I have to come through and deadhead a lot of these, but they're still pretty just the same. I guess it was my day for getting wet because between the ducks splashing me, and I did get rained out for a bit while I was harvesting, but I went back out again to finish because all these tomatoes had to be picked, and I should have even picked some more, but I think I have enough for today. The most beautiful bounty. My favorite color wise is always like the peppers. They're just like so beautiful. I didn't harvest as many of them today because I did, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago maybe. We got quite a few of those. So we have cherry tomatoes, monster zucchinis, so many cucumbers, tons of tomatoes. I'm really liking these rugby. It's my first year growing them. They're a paste tomato, and I really like them. And my little bowl of strawberries. I have some herbs. So, just to give you kind of a recap, today I harvested 75 pounds of tomatoes, 9 pounds of cherry tomatoes, 30 pounds of cucumbers, 5 pounds of zucchini, and 8 pounds of peppers. And the herbs I don't weigh, I just put them in the dehydrator. So this was my fun for the day. Now that I've weighed it all gets sorted where it needs to be. And then tomorrow I work. But that's the fun part. That's what I work for all spring to get me through to this point. Thanks for coming along on this little garden tour and harvest. There won't be that much more throughout the next few weeks, mainly just tomatoes and peppers. Oh no, we still have another bit of carrots, potatoes. What am I saying? There's still lots to harvest. Anyway, this was fun for today. And until we're together again, take care.